I started to notice that something was definitely wrong with me, something different, when I was about 8 years old. I noticed a change in my energy levels and my mood and my interests in stuff that I usually love doing. I just couldn't find the motivation for it anymore, and my excuse was always, I'm too tired for that, I'm too exhausted, I just can't stay, not enough energy. And this slowly turned into a routine for me, and I started to disengage with the regular hobbies and activities in my life that I enjoyed. I also started to notice that I wasn't as happy as I could have been in certain situations, and that I would be regularly sad for no reason. And it wasn't like something big that had triggered me to feel this way. It was a bunch of little problems and issues that had contributed and built up over time, but overall it was really just, my chemical imbalance in my brain being depression. And it wasn't as much of a talked about issue. It wasn't something that people spoke about openly, so I didn't know that other people were feeling like this, so I thought, oh wow, this is only me, no one else is feeling like this around me, clearly. But I was wrong. And I feel that now that I'm so open with all the problems that I've been through, and it's like if someone had been open with me about their problems, it could have saved me a lot of trouble. So I feel that maybe all the things that I've been through, I can help other people with, and I'm hopefully going to be one of those people that changes the way the world views mental health and mental health issues, because I'm comfortable talking about it. People can ask me anything, and I will be like, my answer will help other people some way. So I don't care if it might be a little bit invasive, like personal issues I've been through. I'm like, if I can help someone and prevent them from feeling all this pain that I have, why not? And if I can help change the world and the way people view and handle and have a stigma with mental health, then whatever I can do to help. Well, it was definitely my family that noticed first, the people that were regularly around me, and my mom came to me and she said, how are you? Like, you seem different. Are you okay? How are you feeling? And I didn't know how to answer that. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling or why. But I didn't tell her that. I just was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. And I was too good at hiding it, which is never a good thing, because my mom noticed something was wrong, but I just reassured her that I was okay. I didn't think she'd understand, and I didn't know how she'd respond to that. But unfortunately, years and years and years later, I came to realize, no, she does understand, because I finally told her, and it really helped change the direction my life was going in. I didn't want help before. I didn't want to try to get help. I was just stuck in the midst of my sadness, but I shouldn't have let myself stay there, because it's not necessary. You need to realize that this pain you're going through, you don't have to, and you're definitely not alone, because people in your life definitely understand, and if they're noticing and they're saying something to you and you're noticing yourself, then it's not normal, and that's okay, but you can get help for it, because trust me, it's a lot better than having to stay in the midst of all that. Everybody handles their own issues their own way. Personally, for me, I realize it's very important that I lean on the people in my life that I love and I care about and that I trust, because I can confide in them. And when you're giving your your worries and your concerns and you're telling them to someone else, they're able to give you back a different input and a different perspective on everything you've just told them. Something you may have never even thought about. Sometimes it just takes a different way of looking at it to make you feel a little bit better, or even just expressing them. If you can even write down your feelings, if you don't know what you're feeling, just start writing. Let them pour out. Do whatever you can to keep them from building up in here and let them out, because you do not want to let them build up, because that's not coping, that's surviving. And life should not be about survival, it should be about all the good things and the good possibilities that we can have from it. A few years into my depression, so I was about 14 years old, a very dark time in my life, I began to realize that I didn't have any relationships in my life, not with my friends or my family, because I was distancing myself from everybody and I was pushing them away. And the only emotion that I could get across from all these different feelings I was having was anger, because I had this deep sadness inside me that just started turning into resentment and hatred and anger, because I thought, I'm hurting so bad. I'm hurting so bad on the inside, and no one cares, no one sees it, no one's doing anything. But here I was doing such a good job at hiding it, and it really affected the people in my life and how I communicated with them. I'm a much more open and loving person now. I'm very thankful that I've been able to restore a lot of the relationships in my life, and a lot of that comes with honesty, because when you're dealing with all these burdens of mental health and all these worries constantly, it's exhausting. You don't know what you can and can't say to some people. You don't want to like trigger them or like put them on edge about you. It's just a constant worry. So having that taken away really just lifts a weight off your shoulder. You're like, people know that I'm not okay, and that's fine. My family knows and they're aware of it, and they still love me. Yeah, they might be a little bit on edge sometimes, but that's okay because they love you. Mental health takes its toll on everyone physically and emotionally in different ways with different issues. For example, anxiety can make you feel nauseous and make you get sick. Depression can make you feel exhausted and tired and sore when you haven't done anything. And it's just, it can be draining both ways. So it's important for me to remember on days when I'm feeling really bad that not every day is like this, and it makes the good days better. And all of these issues might be happening in my head, it's still a valid issue. Sometimes I take mental health days just for myself, because I'm like, if I don't, this will not be good. And you have to have your best interest at heart for everything you do, because your well-being is very important. Yes, it's important to get things done in our life that we have to, like homework, things for our job, deadlines and stuff, but having a nice balance to be able to feel physically and emotionally stable throughout your day, like, it's nice. Just do things for yourself that even you normally wouldn't. Like, it's fine. Just take care of yourself and love yourself, because all we can do in this life is try to make ourselves more comfortable if we can't fix an issue. So whatever I can do to try to make myself feel a little bit better, I do. If I wake up in the morning and I'm like, it's not my day, and it doesn't have to be. And it can be an easy day. I can choose not to leave the house if I really don't need to. Like, just self-care is very important. I live with depression every day because it's something I can't change. It's something I can try to control to some extent and try to handle. But I mean, it's always there, and that's okay. Like, accepting it is the most important thing, because you can't deny it if you have it. And I've come to accept it, and it affects my life every single day. Every morning when I wake up, it's usually something I think about. Not depression in general, but the feelings come back right away. And you're like, oh, is it worth getting up out of bed? Like, you have good days and you have bad days, but it's very important to remember that all these little negative things in your life, they don't have to make the whole day negative. You know, you have little positive things in your day. Why can't that make the whole day positive? Like, you have to see both sides. So if something really bad happens to you, well, it'll make the next thing that happens to you a little bit less bad. Like, whatever you can do to just make yourself feel better about an issue that just happened. I know that sometimes in the middle of the day, or even in the beginning, like, I'll hit a wall. Like, I'll just be like, wow, I was good 1 second ago, but I don't know, I'm just feeling a little bit sad right now. And that's fine. Like, I go through those every day, and the people in my life that are close to me, they know that, so they understand if I'm having a little bit of an off day, and it makes more sense to them, you know? They're not like, is she mad at me? Like, no. They understand. It's good to let people in your life know that you're handling these issues, because they will respect that. They're like, wow, you're handling that? Good for you. Keep doing you. Just do whatever you can to make yourself feel better, and don't let these little things that happen in your life every day because of depression make the whole day bad, you know? Sometimes I'll just wake up and it will literally take me an hour to get out of the bed. And that's just something I deal with. So now I get up earlier in the morning instead of letting that ruin my whole day. And it's little things like that that you have to work around. If you know that you're going to have this issue in your day, every day, do something to try to make it a little bit better. Whatever you can. If you wake up and have a good breakfast and it makes you feel a little bit better for when you go to class, that's great. Whatever you can do, because little negative things can build up in your life, and you can either view them as one big negative thing or a bunch of little ones that happen throughout the day. And you could look at the positive as one big positive thing or a bunch of little positive things. There's so many different ways to look at it, and it just takes different perspectives and different understandings to realize that both are valid. Of course I have my bad days. I do have my good days, of course, but the bad ones stick with you more. The first thing I feel when I wake up on a bad day is not well rested, no matter how many hours of sleep I got, not well rested, no motivation. But say I do get out of that bed and I do start getting ready, well, I'm probably not going to do my regular routine like I do in the morning. I might not have something to eat. I might not do my hair. I might just put it up, whatever it is. And by the time I get to school, I just feel like I really don't want to be there or work or wherever I am. And then throughout the day, I just feel like crying. I just feel like at any moment I could burst into tears. And it's not anyone else's fault but my own. And it's not that I'm blaming myself. It's just, I'm going through this. No one else is making me feel this way. That's okay. I don't want to make anyone else feel bad. So I do tell people when I'm having a bad day, I'm like, sorry, I might seem a little bit exhausted today, annoyed, like irritated. It's just because I want to go home and I want to sleep. That's all I'm thinking about throughout the day. I just want to go home and sleep. But at the end of every night, I can say I made it through this day. Wow, this was a bad day, but I made it through. Like I just remembered, like, I'll get to sleep tonight. I'll have such a good rest, even if I know I won't. I just keep telling myself that through the day. You need some kind of motivation to push yourself, because no matter what, I still made it through that day. I still made it through. I don't care how crappy it was, what happened, laying in bed at night, and I can say, yep, you made it. So, I mean, not every bad day has to end badly. You can feel relieved when you go to bed and you're like, made it through. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Just every day is different, and whatever cards are dealt, you have to go with it, because that's life. And whatever we can do to make ourselves feel more comfortable and have an easier day, it's definitely worth doing. I would like to add that I started feeling something was wrong when I was 7 or 8, and I didn't ask for help until I was 17. And when I think about it, everything I went through definitely helped shape me and make me the person I am. But although it gives me this different perspective, and maybe this is something I was meant to do to help people, like something in my career field, maybe makes me more empathetic. I don't know, whatever it is. I went through this, and it could have been a lot easier. I could have asked for help a long time before. I didn't want help, but it's definitely worth asking for help. Personally, I have tried to take my own life 3 times, and it's something very personal to share, but I feel that I would rather help people than just confide it, keep it secret. It happened. I better validate it, because help make me who I am. And if anybody who sees this video notices me in the hallway or sees me and they're like, oh, I recognize you, that's Kaylee from the video, feel free to come up and talk to me. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to tell me or just talk, I'm always here. I love to help people however I can, because I know what it's like, and I try really hard not to judge people. I am very understanding. And I would like to say that there's many ways to cope and to deal, and reaching out to other people is definitely a great option. And there's many different options that people have, and medication is one of them. I myself am on a prescription, which is helping me with my anxiety, my depression, my OCD, and a lot of other things that I have. And it's worth looking into. If you have questions about it, it's always, an option to ask, or to go to like the clinic and ask them about it if you're not comfortable asking your parents. Just, there's always so many ways to get help, and it's worth it because every life is precious and beautiful, and we all have a meaning, and we're here on this earth for a reason. And maybe you saw this video for a reason, because I want you to know you're not alone. I'm not alone, and you are definitely very loved. And whatever I can do to help, just, if you see me, ask me. If you want to just talk, or check out some of the help items I'm gonna have at the end of this. It's worth getting help. Thank you.